So today we are here at the Johns River, right across from the general store. There's Hard and Flossie Park up here, and this is where we put in. So today with me got my brother Brian, we got Mitch, we got Mitchell, we got Richard, and we got Jack. So we got a great crew today for this trip, and we'll be on the water here shortly. Let the adventure begin. So the put in here is a little bit interesting. There's a couple different options. If you go straight down, which is what Brian and Mitchell elected for, you got to go over kind of a big ravine to get in the water. So you got to use the rope to help lower the boat down. Or you can go to the left a little bit, which is where I went. Jack and Mitch also went. We're under the bridge, which it's not too bad once you're here. But getting here can be a little bit interesting. Mitch's boat flipped over just from being on a hill there. But he had it strapped down very good. Lost nothing, so that's great.
So as we put in here at Colettsville for the beginning of a 3-day, 2-night, 27-mile kayak camping adventure, I know I was pretty excited, and I believe the guys were as well. So today the plan was to go probably at least about 5 miles and then start looking for camp shortly after. And we were at that point going to take the first thing we found that would work for 6 people.
Richard, you ready? Always ready.
Today was an absolute beautiful day on the Johns River. So beautiful for February. We didn't even need the dry suits. We had them with us because later on in the trip, tomorrow and so on, rain was expected in the forecast. But for today, it was absolutely beautiful, and was really excited to explore a new section of river for myself. Right at the very beginning of this run, there is a really tricky, potentially dangerous spot that we had to navigate through early.
Go ahead, Pete. Right stroke, right stroke. Right stroke. Brian, be careful here.
Yeah. Hard on the right.
Right stroke.
Hard right.
Oh. Woo. So we all made it through that tricky section right at the very beginning. Brian was the closest to losing his head, but it all worked out, and so that's good. So downriver to begin this kayak camping adventure. You're supposed to avoid those rocks.
I don't know how to turn this boat.
Lean into it just a little bit.
For this trip, Brian was borrowing the other Prion that I have. He had been using the Tsunami for the most part, and if you are a paddler of a Tsunami, especially in a river that has any moving flow or current whatsoever, you know that you cannot turn the Tsunami. It is absolutely just extremely difficult to turn that thing, and especially to navigate rivers kind of like this one where you got to kind of move back and forth. Having
Very
something
pretty.
like a Prion that turns a lot better is really advantageous.
This is a nice island. We could try to set up camp here, maybe. Thanks for laughing.
It was still early on in the day and in this trip, but one thing, or I guess a couple surprises up to this point, was there were a little more rapids than I was expecting. They were small, but they were still rapids, and the scenery was just really nice. I wasn't sure if it was going to continue or get better or whatever, but so far it was just really enjoyable to kind of be in the middle of all that.
A straight line, a linear motion that leaves us behind. As the days pass, I count everyone, and I'm a sailor fighting the waves as they break on the hull, pushing me back to the shore.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
I'd row to horizons where sunsets burn bright, push on and push into the night. But now I've been pushing too long and my arms are tired. Just rest, watch the clouds pass by, and all we need is a little bit of hope, a little bit of fight, a little bit of motivation to live, to love, to cry, to continue through this life. I've read through the pages of all all that's been written on how we should spend the time that we have in this earth. I've studied with sages that displace the distance from now to the end, just hoping that I'll make a difference. But one day he'll find us to bring us to pass through those gates in the air. I'll admit that of this I am scared, but I know we all are, and that is what gives me comfort. We're all in this together, and all we need
Yeah, I like it.
is a little bit of hope, a little bit of fight, a little bit of motivation to live, to love, to cry, to continue through this life. Through all of these earthquakes, I need to stay steady, 2 feet on the ground. When the world shakes, I can't fall down. And as the crust breaks, I secure my position with hands gripping down to all the things that I hold dear. As the clouds pass, I look to the sky and know that I'm fine, as long as my eyes can see blue. I will push on to do all that I am able. I just wanna be stable, and all we need is a little bit of hope, a little bit of fight, a little bit of motivation to live, to love, to cry, to continue through this life. To live, to love, to cry, to continue through this life. To live, to love, to cry, to continue through this life.
So we have gone 5 miles, and so now the plan is to continue to paddle and look for a campsite whenever we find a decent one. We're probably going to take it. We are a mile from Wilson's Creek, and it just started drizzling slightly. So we're looking for a camp spot, and right here, right at me, we can get out. It's a little steep. I'm going to go around this corner and kind of scout this out and see if this is a better place to get out, because it looks like we might be able to camp up there. I'm not around the corner yet. It's probably about the same.
Yeah, I don't know what's that road on the left.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really like that.
Alright, let's move on.
So there's a road on the left side here, and we don't really like that. So we're going to keep moving downriver. Hey.
No trespassing.
Yes, I'm not really feeling that one.
I'm not feeling anything there. I'm a little nervous about that.
Richard, you come this way, you can say you ran Wilson's Creek. out.
Oh, good. There's a porta-john.
Yeah, I see that.
Is that what that is?
I don't know. Where?
Yeah.
Might be a deer stand.
So we stopped here to look for a camp spot, a decent place to get out, but it's a lot of overgrowth, so it's not going to work. And Brian, you know, he wanted to be the soldier and get out, and he elected to go for a swim. Not sure why, because it's kind of chilly out. Well, the water is chilly. It's actually very nice out.
His beard's still dry.
Yeah, his beard's still dry. So we are now continuing downstream to look for a campsite. It is, I think it's almost 4 o'clock. Gets dark around 6:15, 6:30, so we're still okay. But we were hoping to find a campsite kind of early. That site was just really overgrown. I think it's someone's property. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's somewhere we should stay.
Like right up in there, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Are you thinking it's just too good to be true?
Well, I mean, there's a swing. But can we go both ways around this island?
I know it looks shallow. I'm gonna go
You go left, you got your walk. Which way you going, Brian? I'll go the opposite.
straight.
I'll go right.
It looks real thick. to get to the right side where there's probably going to be more water.
Brian, there's a spot here I'm going to check out.
There's a spot here too we're checking out.
Just got off here. This is right of this island. I'm going to go up here. This is interesting. It's definitely not great.
We're just waiting on you to tell us if we either tell us we got a campsite or we're moving on.
Let's move on. I just don't think it'll work. You guys can go ahead. I'll catch up.
Are you going back around or are you going to keep going the way you went?
I might have to go back around because I don't know if I can get by this way.
Alright, I'll wait on you.
After getting out and scouting that island, it is somewhere that wasn't a great place to camp, but it is something that I think we could have made work if we would have been desperate, but we still had time left before it got dark, so there was really no reason for that.
How about over on the right side?
Right?
It looks good up there. Well, if we can get up there, there's some nice looking trees.
Wildlife game land.
We're gonna have to get that boat up out of the way. let you back down a little bit. You don't want
So let me take a look at it. I think you should lift it.
So day 1 was in the books. After 10 miles of paddling on the Johns River, we found a fantastic campsite. Yeah, there's a little bit of an embankment to get the boats up, and a little bit of exhaustion from doing that set in for sure. But once we got up there, it was all worth it. So the guys set up camp right away as the sun slowly began to fade. This was a truly great day on the river with great people. I don't like wishing my days away, but I was excited for tomorrow. I was excited to continue that adventure down the Johns River and eventually into the Catawba River. I was excited to continue to get to build friendships and continue to experience these things with other like-minded people. So the night continued to fade down to just the perfect fire and a perfect way to end day 1 of our adventure.